Hey guys, I hope you guys are off to a great day. I just wanted to jump on really quick and start this new series for a lot of my clients that are either relocating into El Paso, just looking for that second home out here, an investment, whatever it is. We've had a lot of clients recently relocating over, and we just wanted to start a playlist that is going to talk to you about what activities you can really do with your family out in this hometown of mine. It's funny because there's a lot of people sometimes that will relocate over here and be like, there's nothing to do. And honestly, we have the opposite side saying there's so much to do if you go out there and find those hidden gems that sometimes you didn't know about. So this video is going to cover some of the hidden gems, well, more so the playlist, because we're gonna start a series to just really discover a lot of the locally owned places that you and your family should check out if you are in town. Okay, so let's dive in, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's talk about the newest place that we checked out today. So I just want to start off by saying I am a local, born and raised from El Paso, and I was shocked when I found out that this place has been open for 8 months and I had not heard of it. I was like, have I been living under a rock? So anyways, the reason and the overall motive for these videos now is to shed more light on all of these local establishments that are opening up in El Paso. We have a ton of clients that are constantly relocating over from different parts of the states, even overseas, and sometimes they don't know what to do. I mean, come on, if I'm a local from here and I'm figuring out new places to try out, I know that there's more people that need our overall just like check it out. So we recently had a client actually that relocated from Germany, and they were like calling me like, what should we do for tonight? So overall, we wanted to create a playlist to just kind of dive deep into some of the local places that you and your family can try out if you are ever in the El Paso area. So I hope you find this helpful. Let me know if you do have any questions, and let's get right into it. So the first place that we checked out today was actually called Monkey Rock. The name itself, definitely the vibe. We passed by, we hadn't seen this place before, and I was like, that is really interesting. Like, it had like those bright colors, and if you know me, you know that I like bright vibes, bright colors. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a place that I definitely want to check out. And surprisingly, we were told by, you know, some of the actual people in the establishment, like, hey, you can also come on Tuesdays, and they have very good deals. Apparently they have like 0.5% off on some of the games overall. So I was like, say less. So we want to start with some of the activities that we got done today and what they offer. One of the first activities that they offer is bowling. Bowling was all set up, all separated. It's kind of like, have you ever been to Dave & Buster's? If you haven't been to Dave & Buster's, you know it's like an arcade place for adults, right? Well, this is like the mixture of Dave & Buster's for adults, but still kids. Because if you've ever taken your little ones to Dave & Buster's, you definitely get the feeling that it's more geared around the adults. I don't know about you guys, but that's the vibe I get. So obviously that's kind of like their concept, right? So this place was like a mixture of both, which again, I personally love because I don't want to just stand there and watch my kiddos play. I want to play with them. So anyways, the bowling setup was phenomenal, which I want to add something. This place is literally brand new. I mean, it's 8 months in and it is really taken care of. You can definitely see that they have pride of ownership. The bathrooms were clean, the areas for the games were clean, everything overall was just so new. And I don't know about you all, but if I'm spending money to go somewhere, I want it to be a place that's sanitary, fun, and a good deal, you know? And I think that there's some places that I've been to, like I've taken my kiddos to some other places here in El Paso, and when I go, I'm like dreading to go to the bathroom type thing, you know, because I'm like, want to go in there. So I just wanted to share that part because I know that that is something that for me and my family, I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure it's a good deal all around. And that definitely delivered. So back to the bowling situation. The bowling was set up on a side of the entrance from the parking lot area. So if you come in through the parking lot, you would walk right into where like the entrance for the sitting area of your actual dining place would be, or on the left side, you would actually have your overall setup for the bowling. Full disclosure, we had our 2-year-old with us, and honestly, like bowling and him and playing, I was like, look, we can't do this. So honestly, I was like, no, we should not try it out today. But I told my youngest, my oldest, I was like, well, go ahead and try this out next time when it's just, you know, you and me, because this is just not gonna be ideal with, you know, a 2-year-old. So definitely we'll let you know how the bowling goes next time, but we were like stalking the people playing and they were having a blast. The screens that they have set up there was definitely it was just well organized. And I know that that is something that at least like when you're, you know, playing, you don't want it to be like where you're like crowded over everybody. The lounge area that they have like for you to be able to sit down, it's all new. Like, oh my gosh, the couches that they had were all leather, all new. They have just a really nice setup for the bowling side of things. So definitely if that's something that you're into, I highly recommend you check that out. They also have mini golf. The mini golf area was just like super awesome. I have not seen something like that here in El Paso. So they have it all set up like the, you know, the black lights. So you walk in and it just gives you like Indiana Jones vibes, you know? You walk in, and I'll insert some footage, but it was just, oh my gosh, the overall pictures that they have that they set up in that area, it's kind of like a little, I'm just gonna insert a video so that I don't explain and bore you with how I'm gonna explain it. But it was really nice. You could walk in, you go into one section, you're gonna have obviously like your first hole, you go into your second section, the second hole, and so forth, and everything is glow in the dark. So it was definitely something that the boys enjoyed. Zion did not want to leave, so he was like, no, I'm staying here. We're like, look, kind of have to go to the rest and use our little card for the rest of the stuff we buy. He's like, staying here. So just beware, if you're taking little ones, it's gonna be hard to get them to leave. And then you're going to also have VR headsets. So the VR headsets, if you don't know what a VR headset is, don't be shy, okay? Because nowadays, like technology, the way it's moving, it's like left, right, new things all the time. But I have a 7-year-old, so yeah, he is constantly like keeping me on my toes, because if I don't know what something is, apparently I'm like old. So I'm like, listen, I am not old. I am going to stay aware of everything that's going on. So VR headset, basically it's like virtual reality goggles. You put them on and you're playing a game. So I don't know if you guys ever played the Wii, you know, like that game. No, you don't know what that game is. If you do, then follow me. Basically, you're playing in a game and you can see everything, and you're playing like in an avatar. So it's pretty fun. They have a ton of games. One of the ones that they had is actually full on golf, which now you're like actually playing, or you can play baseball. It was just really, really fun. My little one definitely enjoyed it. They also have the actual rock climbing. So the rock climbing, I was actually really happy with, because they have it set up to where like it's the rock climbing, and then on the right side you have your actual jungle gym area. So I had my 2-year-old playing over here, and then my 7-year-old doing the actual rock climbing. So that was perfect. They have it all like gated around. So if you have your little ones, like that's pretty fun to make sure that they're obviously, you know, like not gonna run off and make you chase them while you have the other one over here. Guys, I don't know about you all, but you know, it being clean, again, that is just something very important for me, because it makes me feel like I'm going to an establishment that actually cares to want to have me back there. And when they take care of a place like that, that to me makes me feel like, okay, the people that are running this place actually care enough to want to give us our money's worth on what it is that we're actually, you know, choosing to spend our time in. Because obviously there's other places that we can go to, and the fact that we're going here, that plays a huge factor for me, how they pay it forward to us, right? So definitely just really, really taken care of. The staff was also very helpful, which in some places, you know, sometimes you can have like those people that just like kind of look at you weird because you don't know what's going on. They did not do that. They actually were like, no, like this is what you're supposed to do, which leads me to the point of when you're ordering. So essentially when you walk in to the right side, if you're coming in from the parking lot space, you will be able to go to like actually sit if you want to go and eat first before playing. But if you keep going over to your left side, you're going to have the actual setup for the desk where you can actually buy your tickets. And they have different packages. What they recommended for me to do was like a la carte type situation. So we basically chose like what it is that we wanted to actually play. So we were able to do like, for instance, the jungle gym one with the rock climbing, with like the VR and the mini golf. And then at the end, we're going to add, if we chose to, the actual bowling. But then, like I said, my little one was gonna get a little interesting. So I was like, no, we'll do that next time. But they had really good prices. So depending on what it is that you're trying to mix and match, that is definitely helpful. It's not like you have to get this one or you have to buy the other one. So that is really nice. And then they also had the arcades. I personally, like I mentioned earlier, I like to play with my little ones. I don't just want to be sitting there or standing there and just like, you guys are having fun. I want to be involved. So the arcades were really fun. They had a ton of new ones that I had not played. And overall, the atmosphere was just very, very fun. That's the best way I can put it. There was something going on everywhere that you could do. It wasn't like we were bored. We spent 3 hours there, 3 hours. And honestly, typically like when I take my little one to like, let's say Peter Piper or Chuck E. Cheese, or whenever we go to like Bobbles, like guys, honestly, like I'm trying to get in and get out type situation. You know, I'm like, okay, like I want to leave already. So we've had our, we've done a little games, like let's go. And no, like I actually was enjoying it. It was fun. So next time, because I found this out, the adults can also do the rock climbing. So I told my son, because he challenged me, he's like, well, because he didn't get all the way to the top, which Alexander, if you're seeing this video, we're gonna redeem you. Don't worry, you're redeeming yourself next time. But he told me, he's like, well, then you try it out. So next time I wanna go ahead and actually take some like leggings so that I can try it out, because that looked like so much fun. I definitely wanna do it. And the adults can. Which is why I was making that comparison of like a fun version of Dave & Buster's for still the kids, but still the adults can have fun. Definitely the experience was super amazing. And I cannot not mention the food. Okay, so for a place that actually is considered an arcade facility, just something that usually it's just like for fun, for games, sometimes those places that can be a hit or miss with the food. You're kind of like, let's eat before we go there. Well, this place was actually really good. I do this thing where I always ask for recommendations to the people that work there, because who better than them, right? Like think about it. They actually work there. Chances are they're eating there and they've tried most of the things in the menu. So I asked a girl and I was like, hey, like what do you recommend? And she told me the mozzarella sticks, which they're called the monkey sticks, if I'm not mistaken. Also, she's like, I would recommend the green chili burger, the wings, and then she told me that the pizzas are also pretty good. I was like, let me have them all. So we ordered that, and we ordered the spicy lemon pepper wings. Guys, they were delicious. Like my burger was fantastic, but those wings, like I will go back on top of the fun part of things just for those wings. Like honestly, they were really good. So whoever was actually the chef for that day, he did a phenomenal job. I was really pleasantly surprised. We got them bone in, so that's what I would recommend also, because sometimes I'd rather bone out, but those I was like, no, let's try the bone in. And something about this, like the flavors, that really just like kind of goes with, the actual, I don't know. But I think that when you have the bone in, it just makes it better. Does that make sense? I hope it does. 10 out of 10. This is definitely a place that I will be checking out again with my little ones. Again, my kid was crying on the way out. He's 2, okay? So it was fun. Like, you're kind of like, stop crying, please. So it was definitely something that showed me he was having fun. He wanted to stay. And I am going to make it a point to make some more videos for you guys. We have a lot of clients that are constantly, like I said, relocating into El Paso, and they're asking us like, what do you recommend to do? And I want to use this as a tool for them, but also for you. If you're moving into El Paso, you don't know what to do, you don't know what fun activities there is, and you're local from El Paso, I hope this helped you. We will go go over a series to just, again, explore some new local businesses together. I have another video that I want to show you guys on a local farmer's market. That was amazing. It's over by Socorro area. If you're not familiar, it's closer to like the east side of El Paso. That, oh my gosh, that was pretty cool. I didn't even know it was there. They're locally owned as well. And it was just one of those things where, again, I want to shed more light on some local activities that we have as a community so that you don't become a negative Nancy and say there's nothing to do. I promise you there's stuff to do. You just have to get out there and find your tribe, find your people. So overall, thank you to Monkey Rock for having us. Again, we were not sponsored in any way or in any shape or form. We went out there, we wanted to try it out, but I'm saying thank you because they're doing a great job. And I think that, again, when you see local establishments doing something that is different, because they don't have many places like that here in El Paso, I honestly can appreciate it because it just makes it more, it gives to the community a lot more to do, more options versus it just being like Peter Piper, Bobos, Peter Piper, Bobos type thing, right? So that's super fun. And pretty soon, bear with us, there is a aquarium opening up in El Paso in Southern Park Mall. Did I say that? I did. A aquarium where you're going to be able to touch like actual starfish. You're going to be able to go through like this whole little jungle, if you will, and they're going to have an actual shark. I mean, it's going to be so fun. I had the pleasure of meeting one of the owners, and oh my gosh, the vision he has for this place is amazing. Honestly, for me, anything that is growing our community and gives our kids more, and even ourselves, more education, more culture of things that, you know, sometimes you have to go out of El Paso to go and see. I'm just so excited for that. So I hope you guys are too. If you have any questions, please let us know. If you need more assistance, we do have a guide for you that if you're relocating into El Paso and you just want more tips of what to do in the area, please leave us a comment or send us an email. We have all our information on the description. You can reach out to us and we would be more than happy to help you any way we can and send you that guide. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you need anything, please let us know.